And welcome everybody. Today we're over at the Wilderness Lodge. We're actually not going to be doing a tour of this resort today, but we're just walking through here to get over to where we're actually headed, and we'll get to that in a minute. So as you guys walk out the Wilderness Lodge, on the right side when you walk in the resort, there's some side doors that'll take you over to a whole nother section of this resort. And right now we're going by the Buttons and Bells Arcade, which is actually in the Wilderness Lodge. And it's actually shared with a couple of different sections of this whole resort. So this resort's actually broken up into a whole bunch of different sections, so it's kind of confusing and you kind of got to do your homework on it, otherwise it'll be confusing to what you're looking for. But I did a little research, so we got everything all squared away, so let's take you through the different areas of this resort. So right now we're currently in the Wilderness Lodge, and we're heading out the right door. So when you walk in the main door, head to the right, past the Mercantile, and it's going to take you out the side doors, and we're heading over to the Boulder Ridge section of this resort. So we're going to head on in here, and this is actually a DVC section of the Wilderness Lodge. It's actually really pretty out here, so if you guys get a chance to come over and take a look at this resort, I always urge it to everybody. I'll try to get a little picture here on a map for you. It's a little running trail, I'm guessing. Yep, this will show you where you can run around here. And be mindful, guys, there are snakes and stuff in here, so when you're walking around, and several times I'm filming and almost dropped my camera because of the snakes on the trails. But this is the kind of same theme as the Wilderness Lodge, but a little color break on that to break it up so you know you're in a different section. And the only way to access this is either at the bus loading section or come right on down through the Wilderness Lodge Resort to the right, and it'll take you right on down here. Now this resort here is kind of like the Beach Club Villas. Everything kind of shares up at the Wilderness Lodge, so the restaurants and all that, the stores, all that's up there. The only thing you're going to have down here that's a little bit different is you're going to have your own swimming pool. So you can still go out back and use the restaurants that are there, but they're mainly the Fort Wilderness or the Wilderness Lodge Resort. Sorry about that. I keep getting them screwed up. But yeah, this is pretty much just rooms. So you're going to come in here and you're going to see a whole bunch of rooms in here. I'm just trying to get a little bit more of the outside for you guys because it's a really pretty resort just to look at. I stayed here a long time ago, not too recent. I've been doing some research, and I guess they said some of these rooms could use some refurbishing, but walking through, it's pretty coming through, so I don't know how bad the rooms are. I'm guessing a lot of wear and tear from people staying there, but out here in the main area, it's very pretty just walking through. I don't think anything needs to be redone out here. So this is your entranceway. You walk in, over to the left there, you've got some elevators. And if you keep going straight on through, which was to my right back there, it takes you to like a big open section where you can sit. And this is your maps here. The red down on the bottom is where we are right now. So these elevators are going to take you up to the different floors of rooms, because that's all in this resort is rooms. And nice pretty little elevators. Give you an idea. It's like a landing section to the elevators. And everything here is like feels like a big dungeon. But everything's connected. It's a big circle, big loop, never ends. Circle of life. Yeah, I feel like doing the old Circle of Life song there. But this is going to take you on through to the middle section here, which is kind of just like a lobby area to sit down. And I'm going to go around today. I think I've done it before, but I want to go around and get all the animals that are carved in the totem poles there, the actual logs that are holding up the building. And they're all your different floors up there. So if you guys are staying here, that's pretty much it. It's just rooms up there, walking around, and you're going to be walking over to the Wilderness Lodge a lot. But there you go, some of the animal carvings up above. These are kind of cool. Some of them are very different, a little out of the norm. Go over here. You got your deer up there. You got the big bird up there. Looks like a hawk or something like that. Let's come on over here. You got a woodpecker. You got a little fish. Never seen a fish on a carving before. Then you come on around. You got some more animals there. Another big old bird up there. Looks like a snake up there, rattlesnake. And come on around. Got some more over here. And we'll finish off over here. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Those are right in the actual wood that's holding up the building there. And then you got your sturdy branches over there. I believe that's a little workout area. Just give you guys a little idea what's in here. You know, it's, if you got some time and you're just killing time, or you want to get on your phone, or you want to just take a break and be in a quiet area that's nice, this is definitely a good place to come down and hang out. They've got some little lounges all the way around the outside. You got your chairs over here. It looks to be a fireplace, but it's kind of covered over. You got some sitting areas in here. It's a real friendly area. It's a friendly place to sit and stuff like that. Yeah, if you're on vacation and you got time, you know, this is a nice place to just kick back. Instead of sitting up in your room, if you got time, you come on down here and you hang out, and then at least you see people walking through. You get to see the different, you know, themes and stuff on the wall, the pictures, the decor. Some people just come down, and when they're not outside, they jump up in the rooms. But these are definitely good places to have out there. And plus, they don't really have a lot over here anyway, so it's good to come and see. There's a picture of Walt up there. You got your train over there. It's a little add-on to the Wilderness Lodge Resort because they needed more rooms and stuff like that, and DVC wanted to get in here, and this is definitely it's definitely a plus. I wish they'd get the little gift shops in here and stuff, or a little more, you know, kind of things that would make this more of an independent, even though it's connected to the big one. Maybe a little, some kind of restaurant, whether it's, you know, it doesn't have to be very big, but a nice little restaurant here, a little gift shop. Anything that'll make it a little better, a little, you know, you could even put in a little arcade and stuff like that. Some of the places you go, like the Beach Club Villas and stuff, you know, it's pretty to go in there, but there really isn't anything there, so you got to make the long trip over to the actual Beach Club Resort. And this gives you an idea of what the halls look like. And then we're going to head on outside now. So straight on back, when you come out of the Boulder Ridge, this is what you're going to see. This is their pool out back. So they actually got a pool. They don't have the stores. They don't have the places to go in here, but they do have their own pool. And I'm guessing because of the sheer volume that was over at the Wilderness Lodge for so long. And there's the back of the little gym there. You get a little once around here. And the actual name of the pool is the Boulder Ridge Cove. We'll sneak at the pool here, and I'll get you a little picture of the map. And this is actually a really nice pool. I love this pool. In the beginning, I don't believe it had all of the decor in there, and that was a long time ago, but now coming out back, it's like a real pretty pool. They put all the different scenery around the outside, the little oil rig and stuff like that. It's really cool. And that's the outsides of the rooms down there, guys, over to the right. And now we're going to go over to a different section. So this is the actual cabins over here. So this is your Copper Creek Cabins. Or Cascade Cabins, I'm sorry, Cascades Cabins. The Copper Creek is on the other side. And this is where I tell you you need to do your homework, because this is actually a very, very confusing, tongue-twisting place to come. So you've got the Fort Wilderness, you've got the Wilderness Lodge, you've got the villas here at the Wilderness Lodge, and then you have the Wilderness Lodge. So the villas are the Copper Creek, and that's in the actual big building. And back here is the Cascade Cabins. And this is part of Copper Creek. So it's Copper Creek Cascades Cabins. So that's a lot to try to figure out. So I call it the cabins myself. It makes it real easy for me. But you walk around and you're going to see a little bit of these cabins. So they've got these sprinkled all the way around the outside, the water side of the Wilderness Lodge. and it goes over near the Magic Kingdom side, all the way around the back of where the boating area is, and around to the right. So if you go to the geyser, keep heading over towards the Boulder Ridge section, and you're going to go buy this stuff. And this is all the way around the back. So you can stay in these cabins, and we'll get some better shots as I'm walking along, guys. Give you a picture of the map there. So looking over, this is what you got. And we're going to have a whole nother section, so hang on, we'll have a whole nother section of the cabins. And this is actually just the outsides of the buildings of the Boulder Ridge. They're very pretty, and a lot of when you're staying here and you've got the rooms on the outside like this would be the side that I would want to stay on, not the front side. I'd want to stay on the back side. I stayed on the front side once and didn't really have any views out there. This, to me, I would think you would have a little bit more views, and the higher you go up on the floors, you got an elevator, so it doesn't really matter. So I'd go up on the high floor. At least maybe you get to see some scenery. So if you go out on your little balconies up there, you get to see some stuff at nighttime. And maybe even a little bit during the daytime. But we're going to head on back right now towards the pool. And I will have a whole nother section I'm going to include towards the end of the video of the Cascade Cabins. So hang on with that. And this is our pool. Let's go back up to the pool, take a little peek at that. Like you got the big rig in the middle there. You'll see it as we go through the center of this, as we're walking through the center of the pool here. And I actually got this video posted of the pool from inside. I got that previously posted, so if you guys want to go on the website, you'll see that, the countrybirdtours.net website. I'm not going into the pools today. I don't have my kids with me today, so it's a little creepy, a guy walking around the pool with the camera, so we'll hold off on that. And that's heading up right there. That's going to bring you right over to the Wilderness Lodge. And now let's turn and take a look at the pool quick. So there's your pool, the Boulder Ridge. Yeah, it's a good walk around. With the rustic America here, you got the old log cabins. It's definitely a good walk around. I actually like walking around here. It's peaceful. I was up here probably, I want to say like 8 months ago, maybe a little longer, and I ran into a nice member here that actually took me into the cabin, so I got lucky enough to get a cabins tour. But it's a very, very nice place, and all the people that are walking around it, you're going to see the cast members. They're, well, for the most part, everyone that I've met, they're very helpful. So when you're walking around, they'll help you with your questions and stuff like that, point you in the right direction. But as you can see, the buildings are going to start changing colors up here. To the right there is the Wilderness Lodge, and over here, this lighter color is your Boulder Ridge, which is actually used to have a different color to it, and they changed that. Now it's a more darker color. It used to be a pinker look. And this is going to take you on around, so we're going to keep on walking here, and I'll give you a little showing of what the Wilderness Lodge looks like from the outside. And that's going to have its own posting of its video, so don't worry about not hitting it here. We'll have another one posted just of the Wilderness Lodge. Very long, very big. That's a very dominant building on property. It's a very beautiful resort. To me, I think it's one of the most beautiful resorts here. And you just can't take away from that. It's just how it looks. It's huge. This property is big, and it's just very pretty walking around. And I'm from upstate New York originally, so this is pretty much the type of stuff that I would see walking around all the old camps and stuff up there, but it's very pretty. So, and this is, once again, this ain't for everybody. This is if you like that rustic America type stuff, this is the place you might want to stay. But some people like the, you can go into Polynesian, you can go to Grand Floridian, you might like the Saratoga look, but this is pretty much it. We're walking around the back side, and this is going to conclude our Boulder Ridge tour. And I'm going to actually show you now. I'm going to add some extra footage of just the Cascade Cabins to give you a better look at what they look like. On the other side, they're a little more open, guys, so I'll catch you in a second. And as promised, guys, here's the other side of the Cascade Cabins. So we actually just came from the other side over near the Boulder Ridge, and they've got the cabins on that side, but they also have them over on the other side of the whole Wilderness Lodge area over near Magic Kingdom and the boat launch of the Wilderness Lodge. So this is going to take you to the other entrance on that one. So this, like I said, it's very confusing if you're trying to figure out where all these places are, because it really, a while back, I was really like, well, where are all these places? I don't get it. Where it's like the Wilderness Lodge, and you've got 3 more resorts in here. So what actually happened was the Vacation Club took over the east side of the big Wilderness Lodge, and they actually have their own the villas in there. So it's the Copper Creek Villas on the inside here. And then here, right now where we're walking, this is going to take you into the Cascade Cabins. And this is actually part of the whole thing, but it's mainly near the Boulder Ridge. And then it comes out on this side too. So this is the Cascade Cabins. So the Cascade Cabins, to get it clear, are all the cabins on the outside of the Wilderness Lodge. That wraps it up in a nutshell. So the cabins are these cascading cabins, and you can see they're pretty spacious. I've actually got one posted. So we've got a couple of things from the actual cabins here when I did my video shooting of this, and the Vacation Club actually gave us a couple of things. So we're actually going to get them out there to you guys. We're going to end up figuring out how we're going to give them away, because we have an issue giving away things because a lot of people don't reply back. So we find it hard to give away the merchandise when we do the giveaway. So keep your eyes posted. We're going to figure out how we can give away. We got some prints we'd like to give out to the public there. And thanks again for taking the time to subscribe and giving us some likes, because that's what's kind of helping us out here, guys. This is all stuff that we have to fork on our budget, and I do work a full-time job, so I'm still trying to keep this and get as many of these videos out as possible. And thanks again for being a part of hitting our 800 videos. We're now moving in on the 900 area. So the cabins here, all the way on the outside. On the back side of this is the waterway. So right behind these buildings, you've got the waterway, and you can jump on a boat, and it's going to take you over to the Magic Kingdom. So you'll go back to the boat launch where we came from, and it'll take you over there. But you get to see all that from your window. So very pretty cabins. And if you're staying here, this is something you're going to want to be away from the people, because you're obviously out here. And it is, just remember, if you stay here, it is a little bit of a walk anywhere, guys. So it's not the same as being in the buildings in the big resort. You do have a little bit of walking, but sometimes that's good if you come down with a big group or family. So, and this is, as I said, this is the Cascade Cabins, guys. And that concludes this resort tour today. We'll see you on the next one, guys.